Check. Check. Oh my goodness. Yeah, sorry. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what the move is. Bishop c8, king takes c8, queen c5, king d7, queen b5 check, king c7, queen b6, king d7, queen b7, bishop c7, queen b5. Check. 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 Oh my goodness. I can't see it. I can't see the move. But I guess our bishop controls a1, so that's good. Maybe when the game is over, I'll refresh the stream for you guys. Oh yeah, I'm sure I've missed numerous wins. Right now I'm just trying to focus on finishing him off. I'm sorry, I literally, once mid-afternoon comes around, I just really start struggling once mid-afternoon rolls around. It's okay. Once I realized that that bishop was controlling a1, I became less worried. But yeah, you're right. The execution definitely could have been better. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Playing chess. What are you doing? You just came in to say hi? Your nails are pretty. All right, there we go. There we go. Okay, you know what? When you're having trouble winning, it's just best to simplify the issue. There's no perpetual because my rook's covering g7, so. Sorry to disappoint you, coach. Sorry that the execution has been so bad. But I mean, like, a win's a win, right? Oh my goodness. You're right, though, about the execution has been awful. If you consider how much material I'm up. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to finish off my opponent? He won't lay down and die. Probably the only reason he's not resigning is because of how long this has taken. Finally. Yeah, that was bad. But a win is a win, even if it's ugly. Where is it showing the stream right now? Is the game other? Is the game over? On the one I'm watching on my phone, showing the game over. Is the game over on your guys' end? I invited the guy into the channel. You want me to analyze how many missed wins I had in this game? Copy that. Actually, oh yeah, I missed 4 wins. Only 4 wins, but my accuracy was still 93.8. What the heck? Nice comeback win? My opponent never missed any wins. Okay. All of this is standard. Yeah, d takes c5 is a mistake. Black is better. Bishop d4. Knight f6. So I can take on c3. So knight takes c3 was better. Does he have queen d2? Oh, I just take his bishop. Queen takes d4. Oh, we have discoveries that force the queen off. So queen d2 doesn't work. B takes c3. And then we just castle. And we're just completely... The c pawns are all busted. I'm surprised the advantage wouldn't be more here for black than is showing. But yeah. Bishop c4. Knight c6. And then knight e4 somehow is not a good move. I have a hard time imagining that. I guess knight g4 is better. Why? Queen d2, because we go knight takes e3. Queen takes e3 and we castle. All of these positions are basically going to come down to the fact that the c-pawns are an issue. b6 is a very strong move, it looks like, in certain positions. Bishop takes f7, black is still... Okay, so this is somehow equal. Ish. Actually, it says white's slightly better. So... Yeah, King g7 was the best move. King g7 was the best move in this position. But it still says white's better. Still not easy to handle the rook f8 and bishop a6. It's interesting. But knight takes e6 just loses once you realize that there's bishop a6. And queen f6 does work. Originally I didn't see it, but we have knight e5. Again, if he goes this way, there's a simple mate. And then I guess just playing h5, threatening mate right away is sufficient. King f7 was excellent, though. I thought if I went d5, I thought he just couldn't stop bishop c8. But... mate in 2... Oh, duh. You want to do a dual stream tomorrow? We could do that. What do you want to do? What would we do? I'm totally down. Totally down to do a dual stream tomorrow. So just play bishop f3 and queen g4. Queen f5 was unnecessary. What? Why not just take this right away? So I missed queen takes f2. King g5. h6. King takes g6. Bishop e4, rook takes e4. And queen f7. Yeah, I'm totally down for a dual stream tomorrow. Play some games together. We could definitely do that. Absolutely. You want to do like... You want to plan around the same time? Like, I started my stream around here around 2 o'clock p.m. my time. Oh yeah, I'm totally down. So we could do it around 2 o'clock my time. That's around the time I started streaming today. Or whenever. I'll probably be on before that. As well. I'm gonna shut this so we still have my face cam here. So, yeah, so I'm going to try to see this in my head. There's queen takes f2, which I missed. King g5, h6. King has to take on g6. And then there's bishop e4 check. And he has to take, and there's queen f7. Okay, there's queen f... Yeah, there's a checkmate there. So... You probably need an evening stream. That shouldn't be an issue. That shouldn't be an issue. Like, what do you mean by evening? Like around this time or later? I mean, I'm gonna be on mid-afternoon probably. And you could just hit me up on Discord if you want. What? My board vanished again. So this should have been mate in 11 though. Making it more difficult. Okay, so I'm playing all the best moves. Rook g6 is a missed win. Oh, just play bishop c6 and cut his king off. Yeah. Because the king going to d7 was annoying. Okay, cool. Well, just, like I said, I'll be on mid-afternoon probably, unless I take a nap after work. But I'll probably be on by this time at worst, or an hour or so later. So we can just play it by ear on the time. If I'm online streaming, you can just, if I'm online streaming, you can just stop by and say you're ready to go. Or if I'm not, you can hit me up on Discord or message me on Twitch, whatever. Okay, so bishop c6 would have been good. I mean, obviously I'm still winning. But it wasn't the best. Oh. Duh, just move the rook to threaten mate in 1. Yeah, duh. Okay. But we finally got it done. Okay, I'm gonna step away for a quick second. And then I'll play another one. Hopefully that I will win in faster fashion than that ugly game just now. So I will be right back, chat.
spot the new releases, playlists by mood and genre, and much more. Check it out now on YouTube Music.
It's YouTube Music.
Download the app today and get a trial of Music Premium on us. Restrictions apply.
So you're 2 hours ahead of me. What you doing?
Chess game?
Yes, I am playing chess. How could you tell?
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is cool remote. This is cool.
Yeah, I saw earlier. I came in my room when I came home from work, and you had my. I think one of you guys was in here playing with my fan remote, weren't you? You know how I know?
Here's the remote.
That you were in my room while I was gone? Because you left the remote sitting right here on my desk.
This is right.
That's because you're not hitting the right button. It's this one. When was that?
I have no idea.
July 3rd, 2016. A long time ago. Alright, don't throw off my momentum. I'm playing chess here, guys. Were you in my room earlier today while I wasn't here? Banshee? Yes. You know why I think you were in my room? Because my fan remote was on my desk and I don't usually leave it on my desk. No, I don't. Turn my fan off, you monkeys. Sorry, guys. My nieces are here visiting. Technically, that's probably against Twitch terms of service to let them show themselves on stream. Okay, Open Sicilian or Grand Prix? I guess Grand Prix. Yeah, we can always just play the stream tomorrow by ear. Like I said, I'll be online. I'll be online, so you can just swing by whenever you're ready or message me. Stream is only slightly off.
Because he's doing any room. Because he's doing any room.
You think so?
What's that?
She thinks she's gonna come in and join me in my room.
What's that?
Chopstick.
Chopstick? Oh. That didn't look real.
You are silly. You know that?
Remote.
Yeah, I don't want you playing with my fan.
Look at the fan.
It's a pretty cool fan. This is what happens when you don't lock your door. Okay, so knight f3, knight d4, takes, knight e2. I think that's fine. I think knight d4 is the most expected move here. Pretty standard for this type of positions. Or maybe bishop g7 first for bishop g7 and then knight d4 maybe? I mean knight f6 first, huh? Okay, doesn't that not allow e5? Pawn takes, pawn takes. Something seems off about this, chat.
YouTube Premium. Sign up for the student plan today.
Something seems off about this move order. e5, d takes, f takes. Knight can't go to d5. e5, d takes, f takes. Knight can't go to e4 or d5. g4, h5 doesn't make sense. g8 doesn't make sense. So what is this piece doing here? Because what I'm thinking is, can't we push? Okay, the knights, we're just going to move the knight somewhere and then take. And then push e6. Queen f3, but he might just have knight f6 back. Okay, let's keep it simple. There may be some way to punish him there, but I can't see it. Okay, so now we want queen e1. And the whole thing about playing the Grand Prix, one of the main points to playing the Grand Prix, one of the main strategies to playing the Grand Prix, on top of the queen h4, f5, bishop h6, and knight g5 idea, is to not commit your queen to h4 until he's castled kingside. And the reason why is, yeah, it totally looks like black is castling kingside here. But say he goes queen c7 and you go queen h4. What if he castles queenside? Now, I'm not saying queenside castle is a strong move, because the c pawn's already up the board, so the king's gonna be kind of weak. But it is an option. So we don't want to commit our pieces. We don't want to play like queen h4, f5, and do all that stuff until he's committed his king to the king side. That's the main strategical, one of the main strategical concept. One of the key concepts. Okay, so now we have castles. And now he has to be very careful. Queen h4. And now he has to be very, very accurate. So now he does have to be careful. Because this idea of f5, pawn takes, bishop g5 is very strong. Not only does it threaten queen g5, threatening a mate on g7, you can also go f5, bishop h6, and knight g5. And then you just want to take. If the f file opens, you always have a rook sack possible, because h7, squares like h7 are very weak, and the knight is a crucial defender. So yeah. And this type of situation can go downhill very quickly for black if he's never seen this opening or he's not familiar with how to play. I've had some very strong players in tournaments just crumble in this position and won several games under 20 moves against strong players.
What are you doing?
What do you
Chess again? Who's winning? Who are winning?
Nobody.
You. Oh. Hopefully. Are you white or blue? I mean, white or blue.
What do I do against h5 here? H5 is a very, very, very weakening move. But I'm not sure right off the top of my head what I would do against that. I'm not talking to you, by the way. I'd probably just go f5.
That's a cool one. What is that picture?
What picture?
No, it's a picture. I like horses. Let's go horses.
No, I think I might kill. I think I might kill his horse. Don't look at me like that.
What'd you look like? What did he do?
She looked at me like, really?
Introducing song.
So I'll move this here, or take this, or take this. If I take this, I'm gonna have to take this, and then he's gonna take this. And then we're gonna move, and then he's gonna take this, and I'm gonna take this. Nana's calling you.
Bye.
Bye. I think h5 would just be way too weakening, but I'm not 100% sure what I would do about it. But, I mean, it's not... h5 is not a good move. If I'm taking on d4, then I'm committed to taking on d7. How do I feel about that position? We can move our bishop, but then when he takes... That's not standard. We don't get like a standard attacking position there. He's starting to take on c2, I just realized. So we're kind of committed here. This isn't normally how I would play this position, but normally the knight would have already gone to d4 a long time ago in a lot of lines. Okay, so we have to take his bishop. And now he decides what he's taking. Oh, h5 probably is just a losing move. Another idea in the Grand Prix for black that is something to think about, yeah, is offering a queen exchange. But can we just take, no, I don't want to trade queens. I don't want to trade queens. I still want opportunities to attack, so I want knight takes d4. Yeah, h5 was just a really bad move. The only move that's really okay for black to play in a lot of variations of the Grand Prix attack is f5. That's the only move that you really see. Okay. Taking... Is he? We don't know that he was really ever in trouble, though. You know? Another square I've got to watch is this. I could go c3. Because we know the c2 pawn's going to be weak. Let's do that, because we know c2 is going to be weak. Yeah, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing about the Grand Prix. You know, if the pieces are on the board, it's okay. But if some pieces get traded off, maybe with the c pawn taking on d4, then the c file becomes open and the black gets counterplay. I mean, he's got to take on c3 now or f4. But I don't think taking on f4 is good, because we're just going to take on d4, and then f4's really weak. It'll be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if I had anything really going on. Like I said, they normally play knight d4 earlier in the game. I mean, white's position is still fine. Take on f4 is gonna kind of give us a nice pawn center. Maybe we still have pressure on the knight on f6. I would just like to play knight g3 and f5 probably, and just cut his queen off. That looks really, really dangerous. I mean, I wonder if I could even go f5 takes knight f5. Knight g3, no, yeah, he can take on but this doesn't look good for black though. d6 is weak. I don't think black is really escaping here. I think black has a big weakness now on d6. There's nobody super big chess-wise on streaming. That's unusual. Naroditsky. I'm sorry. Naroditsky has everybody. And Blitzstream. But everybody else that's on my list has under 100 viewers. And my board is gone again. I'm gonna go here because I want to be able to protect this pawn so that I can push d4. I've definitely got the central pawns right now. This would be a funky move too, bishop h6, to try to pull the bishop away from the knight. But I don't think that's decisive or anything for white. That's a kind of move you don't see too often, I guess. Why is my board gone? Sometimes the board just disappears. Okay, so what does he want? Knight g4? Knight g4 really do anything for him? Other than attack my queen and my c3 pawn? I guess let's just go queen d2. I don't want to put it on c2 because of rook c8 possibilities. The board should be back now. Sometimes it just vanishes. Come on now, baby. I may be crazy, don't blame me. Let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put down. Coming on. Coming on, follow my lead. I'm in love with the shape of you. My heart is beating. I'm in love with your body. Every day is coming, something brand new. Oh why, oh why, oh why, oh why. Oh why, oh why, oh why. Oh why, oh why, oh why. So what? He wants to put pressure on C3? Okay. Let's just support. Just support. I mean, White's got the better position. There's no need to rush. Plus, Black's about to hit 6 minutes. So we just want to keep it solid, keep a couple minutes ahead on the clock. Last night you were in my room. I'm in love with your body. Why, oh, why, oh, why? Hey, White's definitely better here. Okay, so we push. He goes here. We have D4. Obviously, we're not going to see knight h5 because I'll just take it. Knight d7 is the only move that makes sense here. Knight g4, not threatening. It doesn't really threaten queen b6 because we always have d4. We're still going to have the f file. And d4. Black would like to do something to kind of break down this presence in the center, but moves like f6 are really weakening, potentially. And there's no natural, like, pawn c5. So 5 minutes left for Black. White has almost 9, so we got the time advantage and we got the better position. Now I just need to find some way to make something happen. He does have knight c4 though. But, I mean, is that really that big a deal? The knight by itself on c4 is not really... It's a nice piece, but... I'll trade the bishops off so that I can attack. And then go rook f3. Our fire alarms go off at like the slightest smell of smoke. So like if you open the oven for like 1 second, and the slightest bit of smoke hits the smoke detectors, then it's going to make the alarm go off. If the bishop comes off, we're going to be looking at rook f6, possible double rooks, possibly have a sack somewhere with our knight to bring our knight in and then just mate. I think. I mean, there's not even like a queen f5 option for him to try to eliminate the queen pressure. There's no queen e7. Queen g4. I mean, black really would like to just trade. And then he can defend his f7 weakness. Try to use his knight on c4. But it's going to be a hard position for black to hold. Maybe white's not that much better, but then again, maybe he is. So we want rook f6. Or no. If the rook was on f3, knight f5. Because if pawn takes, we have rook g3. And rook f3, knight f5. We're threatening g7. Then if he takes, we have rook g3. As an option. As an option. I'm really happy for the most part with my rapid games the last couple of days. Let's see, I've got 6 rapid wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. Curiously enough, the 2 losses were the first 2 games I played today. This is not looking like it's going to be a loss. Okay. Can black bring the queen back to offer an exchange? Rook f6, queen f8. I think we just move, and then we're going to have... I mean, he's just going on the defensive. Because obviously we're just going to be dropping our queen back, and then we're going to be... We're going to drop our queen back, and then we're going to go rook f1. Rook f3, knight g5 stuff. Note that while this knight looks nice here, it's not really that great a piece. Because you always need to ask yourself, what is this knight doing? I mean, it could be really good if the game goes on, but right now it's kind of just on a really good square, but it's not really doing anything. And when I say it's not really doing anything, it's not defending the king, which is looking pretty weak right now. I think I want to go here. With the idea of going e6, pawn takes, queen takes e6, followed by rook f7. So, knight e3, rook f3 runs into knight g4. No? We just have queen g5, I guess. I mean, how is he gonna hold this with, like, no time? He has increment, but... There's no queen g7 because queen takes rook. The rook can't come into d6 to try to kick the queen out. Moves like rook e8, rook e6 take time. Although maybe rook e8 here is the best move because that stops e6. And again, we just want to go rook f3 and knight into f5, probably, because that threatens knight e7. Knight f5 is probably going to be a better square than So it's rook e6 now or never, basically. If you don't play rook e6 now, knight f5 is coming. Well, no, knight f5 is not as big a threat now because e7's covered twice. Please tell me that's not me lagging with the 2-minute advantage on the clock. Also, if I could get the knight into f6, that would be game. Do we have time for 1, 2, 3, 4? It's a lot of moves, but we might be able to pull it off. He does have the increment, guys. Okay. Check. Here. I was thinking we're okay if he gets his... We're fine with the concept if he gets his rook and his knight out of play. Because I want to go e6 if he moves the rook away from e6. Okay. So he's going to do that first. I mean... f1 is covered twice. So king h2, we're not worried about knight f1. Now we want e6. Now the rook can't come in to defend. Okay. Let's just take control of more of these squares. Now we have the pass pawn to help us out. Rook takes f5 as a threat. Black is definitely on life support here. And rook takes f5, right? Pawn can't take. If queen takes, we just take with the knight. Sure looks like it's just falling apart. Queen e8. Or rook f7. No. Check. Alright. So, interesting game. Kind of looked early on. Like, I was kind of letting black escape his position, but I guess my accuracy was still 90.6 versus 75.5, which is going to carry a lot of weight, right? One player was winning, but then gave it away. Well, first of all, my opponent was never winning. And it says I didn't miss any wins. So how could I have given the win away? If I didn't miss any wins and I won the game, how could I have given the... Really? Okay. So this is standard. Bishop c4 is also an option. And again, after knight f3, this is a type of position you'd see a move like knight d4 a lot of times. But he didn't do that right away. He delayed. And I guess I had the opportunity. Well, originally it said I should push. And then take on c6. And then what are we doing? Taking with the knight? I briefly thought about this for a second. White has a good position here as well. But that's not what I played. Queen h4, knight d4. Okay, so taking on d4 was my blunder. Because apparently c takes d4, bishop takes d7, this is the better move. And I wondered about this. And now what happens if we save our bishop? He can take here. And if we take, oh, he has queen b6. Just winning a piece. So taking on d4 is common in a lot of these positions, but it's not the move here. We need to take on d7, I guess. But after queen takes d7, knight e2, black is only very, very slightly better, and he just gives it back right away. Okay. White's plus 1.5 here, but knight g3 was not the best. White is just barely better. But knight b6, it looks intriguing, but it's not a good option, like I said, because it pulls the knight away from defending on the king side. And as the Ginger GM says, when you have in a position where you're attacking with 3 pieces and your opponent's not defending with when they're defending with 1 to 2, then you're probably going to have the advantage. This is +1. Rook f3 was not best. So queen g5 with the threat to activate the knight on h5 to go to f6. Yeah, that's a lot better. That looks like it's just winning. Yeah. And now white has 3 pieces attacking, black only has the queen defending. +4, +7. Queen g5 was a blunder. So just go e7, queen b8, and queen f4. Because the pawn is very powerful. It's not a blunder in the sense that you're losing. Rook takes f5, queen g7. Game over. Alright, guys. I have family over for dinner, so I think I am going to call the stream for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me doing rapid chess 2 days in a row. I've really been enjoying it more lately. So yeah, thank you for being here. Chess Coach Nat and I will be doing a dual stream tomorrow. It looks like we're not sure what time. I'll probably be on streaming mid-afternoon if you guys want to come hang out. And then, yeah, he will join me at some point, most likely, and we will play and talk through our ideas on stream. Thank you everybody for the support and the follows. If you're not doing so already, please hit that follow button. Check out my YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. Watch past streams, stream highlights, and lessons when I get around to posting those. Hop in the Discord. We can hang out offline. If you want to donate, there's an option to do that. And yeah, appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, have a good evening. I will see you guys tomorrow.